will relate with us in the future. Definitely. So that is what makes it so interesting. Many of us, some of us, we're already elderly, while some of us, we have elderly people we are taking care of, that we are related to, and there is they help, they surround us, maybe in the church, maybe anywhere. But there are different categories because everybody we age, when we get to that age, people, different things come to our body, or different things begin to manifest in our body. So that's what we're talking about today, so that we can have a good understanding of how to handle such category of people. One, how to handle ourselves as well when we get to that place as an individual. That is what makes this particular topic very, very interesting. Taking care of our loved ones, of our elderly ones. We have a guest in the house that will be doing justice to it. Well, is a um is a diamond in this our company or someone. Is also a medical professional. Is also a medical professional. And really, I want to appreciate all he did, is doing to be here. Funny enough, he's on the road and he's still going to do our presentation. How can you just help me celebrate this wonderful, wonderful person? I've had reasons to call him at odd hours. Hey, I need help on this, and he will be there to advise at any point in time. So, so it's so much honor to have in our midst and to allow him to take over from this place, whereby is going to lead us in our health talk today, taking care of our elderly ones. Sincerely, I wish we have more people in this room today. Sincerely, more elderly ones. Please, you can just go ahead and remind them once again while it takes over from me. Dr. Olawale, can we just put our hands together for him right now? Let me see a full screen reaction. A full screen reaction. Wow, thank you everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Now you may be hearing some underground noise. Actually, it's Johnny, and he has accepted to do this for us. Dr. Olawale, over to you.
Okay, good day, good afternoon, everyone. I believe you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can, sir.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity given to me to speak to you on this meeting. I am very sorry I have not been in a convenient environment to give you in details what the topic we have to you this afternoon. But I believe one thing, no time is wasted at every opportunity given to someone to speak. Um, I would just advise us to learn something so that we can learn something to this afternoon. Don't mind the background noise on the transit. So, as I said, my name is Olawale John, a stem cell expert, and I'm a gynecologist. And, I've been with vital science for some time, and it has been a wonderful and awesome time. I will be sharing with us. Can someone hear me?
Yes, we
Can
can hear
someone
you
hear me?
clearly. We can hear you clearly, sir.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, what we really want to talk about, we want to discuss about elderly people's health. Elderly people's health. Before we go further, I just want to give us a brief understanding about this topic. What is health itself? That is the first thing we need to identify. Then followed by the stages of life um, that every individual goes through on a daily basis. Now, according to WHO, the World Health Organization, they define health as a mentally, socially, merely not the absence of any health condition or infirmity. What is that telling you? It's telling you that you may be looking healthy, but inside the person may be sick. That's why if you look at the diagram they brought out, where they said 5% of the world population is sick, 15% is stable health, and why we have about 80% who are sub-health. Now, this is telling every individual, you discover that you meet some people uh, looking healthy, but a little thing that happens, the person maybe slight happening, the person give up. You have seen, we heard of cases where the person driving and parked his car and the person has already given up. And some people just dash their feet beside a stone and that will be all. Most times they will say they have called this person from their village. It's not always like that. It's a misconception about things like that. Now, let me just quickly tell us this. Every individual has three stages of life to undergo. We have the stage we call the vibrant stage, we have the higher stage, and we have the sixth stage. All these stages has implications. Now, the vibrant stage is the stage whereby you see a little child, see a child that falls between this 0 to 25 years of age. The cells of that child are vibrant, some absorb stress, go through oxidative stress, and it gets back home, sleep very well, and do activities very well. But once you leave that stage, you move to the higher stage of life, which is 26 and 50. At this stage, we begin to go through what we call oxidative stress. It's our working class stage. We begin to lose between 10,000 and 20,000 cells on a daily basis because we go through activities. Now, most times people say, why do you think I need to activate my cells? Why do I need to regenerate my cells? Why do I need to keep my cell active? You discover that it is because of this process. Now, when you get to this stage, at this stage, your cells are worn out that need replacement. Stage of life, which is 51 and above. At this stage, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
At this the time we begin to lose those cells we have lost in the vibrant, in the tired stage. We've been telling in that stage. You see, when somebody is in this stage of sick stage, you discover that the body is exposed to any health condition. Because you look at those people that fall in these categories, any little thing, they are prone to health condition. And when they are prone to those health conditions, you discover that most times people say it's associated to age. It's associated with aging condition. There is nothing like that. It is because of those things the person has done in the vibrant stage, the higher stage, they are telling in that stage. So, meaning that at the stage 2, which is the higher stage, we need to be careful whatever we consume. Now, we'll give a practical example of what I'm talking about. If you have a little child that falls between 0 to 25, just prepare a Milo cup of tea with either a pig milk or any brand of milk. Then take a quantity, give the child that same quantity. You that fall within that stage of life. Now, give same quantity and you discover that the child will be active in less than 10 minutes. You know why? Because the cells is vibrant to absorb those things immediately, to break it down and for the body to make use of it. But when you are at the sixth stage of life, you discover that it takes longer time. You will be feeling sleepy. That is what will be happening. It takes time for the cells to break those food for the body to use them. It is because those cells are already worn out. Now, we share classes of food for us because those things also are things that helps our health to live a a complete and a balanced life. Now, let's look at this. There's what we call RED, RED. The R stands for rest, the E stands for diet, exercise, and the D stands for diet. Now, your rest constitutes just 10% of your daily health living, meaning that if you take 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of sleep, that is complete 8 hours of sleep, you discover that you are constitute just 10% of your daily health living.
Sorry, it will be back very, very soon. I think it's because it's in transit, it's trying to adjust very well. So sorry about that.
Yeah.
Becoming blurry as well. So, but 1 month into the therapy, he called me to say that he had a lot of light in his eyes. He could see clearly. And then he was very glad his skin was coming on very beautifully. And then at the time I also met him before he got onto the therapy, his movement was belabored. You could see that he didn't have a lot of strength. You understand? So down the line, after 3 months, we had a review and I could see that he had a lot of energy, which he said, okay, from a scale of 0 to 10, he would say he was at 6, but that there is still a lot of work to be done. And he was still continuing with the therapy. He's actually a good patient. He uses the products every day. He doesn't miss them. Now, I mentioned about his eyes. Since 1976, when he was diagnosed of having glaucoma, he had been using eye drop. He didn't tell me all this. He didn't tell me, but he just told me that I can see the bags under his eyes and that he needs to get the bags off. And it was one of the things bothering him. He doesn't like it. So 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and I started asking him, I had to sit down with him and I said, sir, how did you come about these bags? And then we got into this discussion and I discovered that since 1976 till date, he had been on eye drop. So you can imagine the amount of fluids that got into the eye. So I recommended the Miracle Intense and the H2 moisturizer. Unfortunately, he was reacting badly to these products. When he uses the products, the topical ones, his eyes were bulging out like that of a frog. It happened the first time, we took a break. It happened the second time, we took a break, and it happened the third time. And this third time that it happened when he was on the queue to do his NIN. And when it got to his turn, the photographer could not just see his eyes well to snap him. And so he had to miss his turn, and he felt very bad that day. But luckily for me, they had another turn the next day for him to do the N9. But he told me flatly he was not going to go back to Miracle Intense and H2O moisturizer. Even though at some point I told him to hold on to to stop the H2O moisturizer. Perhaps it was stinging him too much, the combination of both. So let us use the Miracle Intense. But up till now, he's not able to use the Miracle Intense without having this reaction. And it's difficult to convince him to continue with it. That is one. Second, September to now is about 5 months. September, October, November, December, 5 months. And he called me just before I signed into this meeting. He called me to say, it seems like our therapy, when you use the therapy for like 3 months, you don't.
Hello? You still there? Hello?
I think she went up briefly.
You will be back. Now, is there any other person in the house before we check if doctor is set
Olawale,
up?
once you are just said, just give me a sign. I will bring you back on straight away.
Any other question? Any other question?
Anybody with an elderly one that has a question, or you're an elderly yourself, please quickly ask the question.
Yes, I have someone with a question, but she's yet to log in. I don't know if she's there already, but I will prefer when she's here. But if she doesn't come, I'll ask the question later on.
Okay. All right. That is fine, Mommy Faultini. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mo. How are you?
I would actually encourage that if you know the question, you can send it as a text across to TFAD, or you can put it in chat room.
Okay.
The reason I'm saying is that so that we can ask question in blocks.
In blocks.
Actually easier when it treats it like that, because it's not going to be diagnosing on the program today. It's going to be talking generally about things that affect elderly. So, and when we have questions and they are similar, it's easier to deal with them in blocks rather than all over the place.
Okay.
It gives us direction.
Okay. Mommy is in now. I think she's trying to connect so she can ask her question herself.
Okay.
She can't hear me.
Google.
Her audio is not connected.
Not yet. Okay.
I think she's trying to connect her audio.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think I saw Daddy Obasa briefly now, if I'm right.
Daddy Obasa has always been here.
Yeah, Daddy Obasa, but I think he unmuted briefly now, so we need to go.
I have questions too, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, my headers. Yes, there's this my auntie here. Though I am a high witness, so our mother, before she came here, she's having this health issue concerning her leg. So for some time, we're using some local herbs, and also she's not having any issue with her eyes. So she's been going up and down. So later I now come across this fantastic product. So now I was told, though she has gone, they traveled back to her state, but now we are hearing some complaints about her that she couldn't walk again, and now she's having issues with her eye to the extent that she can't see anything. So, and that is why I said, okay, today we are having a meeting, and I would like to ask this question.
How old is she?
How old is she?
Like a 60 something.
All right. She's not up to 70, sir.
She's not up to 70.
Okay.
Yeah.
When she started using the product, she has started using the product?
No, she has not started using the product. She has not started using the product. So
we are asking.
So the product will work for her. So that is why I told her that we are having meetings today, that I would like to throw the question. I will ask the question and thank God that before the doctor starts the lecture now, I come across that we are having a question time. That's why I threw up this question, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Can I just say, Tifa, did you get a question? Because what she said to us is giving us the case with the woman, but what is the question really? Is it that you want to know what product she would use, or?
Yes, ma.
Right.
The products you will use, mostly for our legs and the eye as well.
Right. As a medical personnel, I am boldly putting this out today. We are not diagnosing anybody on this program. We are giving advices. We are helping us look after our health here. But Dr. Wale does not know underlying medical condition with anybody. He is going to be advising us on how to help ourselves, on how to look after the elderly in our midst, but he's not diagnosing anyone. Okay. And from what you've said to me, Ma, it's important that that mommy, it's important that she gets diagnosis for a medical condition. You just know that she has problem with the leg and with the eye now. What the problem and the issues are, we don't know. It's a big ball. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter what the diagnosis is, we can help. Our products can help with it.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, and we will be discussing that as well. I think Dr. Obasa is ready. Dr. Wale is also ready. I could see him briefly. So, Daddy Obasa, I saw that Sister Janet is there as well, but let's take Sister Janet Afolabi. Do you want to quickly finish up your question so that we can take Daddy Obasa's testimony and then we go? Or if Dr. Wale is ready, we go from there.
Okay, thank you very much. Sorry, the network threw me out. So like I was saying that I'm at my wit's end right now. I don't know what to tell him. I don't know how to convince him to continue with the product, because he was sounding this afternoon like he was tired, and really he spent a lot on getting the product, you know. So if the doctors can help me out, as in, I don't know what else to say. Like, is it expected that a man at 74 will still be sexually active? It's a question that has been bothering me, really. And the way he was saying it, I think it's really an issue in his marriage. So please let them help me out. Thank you very much.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Ma. We will add that on for Doctor, because that is even his area of expertise. He will be able to help us. Very quickly, is Dr. Wale ready, or Daddy Obasa, whichever one? Dr. Wale, do you want to take over straight away, or would you want Daddy Obasa to go ahead and give his testimony while you are getting ready, sir? All right, Daddy Obasa. Yeah, hello, sir.
Good evening, my leaders, and good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry I got the ID code wrong, because two codes were quoted on the invitation. Okay. And I sent to my prospect, it's the first one. So they were all calling me that they couldn't get it. So I had to go and attend to them. So that is it. Good evening once again.
Thank you, sir. Good evening.
What brought me into phytoscience is my personal health condition. And my purpose primarily is to use my testimony to help people who don't know about this product. Actually, I went through a cervical surgery, that is spinal cord surgery. Throughout 2019, I was on wheelchair up till January 2020, when I was operated at Chigobi Hospital. But even after the operation, I was in February. Because of the corona, they discharged us and sent us in. And I couldn't move. I couldn't get up. I couldn't walk. So my brother, who is a professor, also had a challenge, and that was a prostate problem. He has been nursing it for some time, and he told me he wanted to go for the surgery. But he is a pastor, and one of the pastors in his church just introduced this double stem cell to him. And he had already even paid for the surgery. So when he used it and had to go back for test, it came out that he did not need to go through surgery again. And that was a miracle. So he called me and said, my brother, I have a product that I'm sending to you. Well, he did this for me, and he said it could help in other things, other ailments. So I used it. After 2 weeks, I saw that my leg was free. I started getting up. So immediately he got the miracle done in him. He registered as a platinum member. So from the product that was sent to him, he sent to me. So when I got the miracle, I said, you have to register me too. So he did. Because I'm not as buoyant as him, so I registered as a silver member. And as God will have it, in fact, it has done the miracle already. So I continued with it. And by now, I'm happy to tell everybody now that I drive myself. I drive myself. I was in the church today. In fact, all along I've been driving myself. And in fact, other challenges I had, which is they call it diverticulitis. I think the doctor there will know what diverticulitis is. I did my colonoscopy, and I was put on special diets. And but now I can tell everybody now that even those things that I was told not to eat, I've started eating them. I eat pounded yam now. It's only a bar I've not eaten. But
reaction, please. Reaction.
So I have now started eating pounded yam, and I go to the toilet. My feces is as yellow as anything, but prior to that time, it was as black as charcoal.
Wow.
But I thank God now. Now, and I've introduced it to so many people that are thanking me. People with diabetics that couldn't even walk well.
Network again. Network. This network.
Yeah. Wow.
Well.
Yes, today is Sunday.
It is Sunday. Thank you. It is Sunday. I want us to the stage we have heard that testimony. Full screen reaction again. That was a wow. That was a wow. That was a wow. That's something even medical science could not achieve. The medical science, as we know it as of now, they did what their best was surgery. They couldn't get that to happen for Daddy Obasa, but for our products. So that is fantastic. That is really fantastic. Thank you very much. Bifad, I know you are there. Is Doctor ready? Dr. Wale, are you ready for us? Just to be able to manage our time. If Doctor is getting ready,
Dr. Wale is not in. I just tried to reach him now. He said will join us very soon. I think he's just trying to connect again. So we
very soon.
I think he's settling.
Okay. Oh, join us very soon. Mommy Fautimi, you said one of our mommies had questions that they wanted to ask. I want to check if mommy is in the house. I don't know. Tifad, as she sent the question to yourself at all?
No.
All right. So mommy Fautimi, if mommy Fautimi, I can see you. If mommy is not in the house, can you ask the question so that we can collate all our questions?
Yeah, I saw a few minutes ago, but mommy, she's there.
Oh, it's our mommy.
Yeah, let me unmute her. Mommy, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes.
Okay, can you ask your question, ma?
Okay. Good afternoon, house.
Good afternoon, mommy.
Good afternoon, ma.
Name is Mrs. Lola Oyebadijo. and I'll be speaking on behalf of myself and my husband. We are both in, well, he's slightly older than I am. He's a good part of 73. I'm 74. Maybe I should take the issues one by one. I'll start with him. He's diabetic, and in recent times, he had two cataract operations on both eyes. I guess as a result of the diabetes at the time, we didn't quite pay adequate attention. But then that's the present scenario. So he's challenged in one of the eyes, and the diabetic situation, of course, affects his libido. When we started the product, we were in the UK lockdown, and then we didn't quite monitor because we were restricted as to the products. When we got back home and dedicatedly we started this product, I think August, shortly before we left UK, and we continued when we arrived here. So we had the end of August, September, October. To date, we're still on the products. For a while, we noticed some improvement in his own eyes, in his diabetic test, because we do it every day or every other day at worst. And then it completely was regulated. But all of a sudden, indeed, the last 1 month for both of us has been pretty challenging, but we just thank God. Now that's for his side. We've been on, for Timmy will have to remind me now, the double stem cell, crystal cell, and snowfield fort.
Yeah.
That's what we have been on at regular intervals with different Now to mine. I'm in a more, I wouldn't say, not enjoyable situation in the sense that hello, can I go on? Okay, I had a history of peripheral neuropathy, and I've had series of MRIs, series of X-rays, series of blood tests. I've seen physician, I've seen orthopedic doctor. Now, up to the last 3 weeks, I was seeing a neurologist. But like I said earlier, for Daddy and myself, it's been a challenging month. So early in the month, when my blood pressure started skyrocketing, I had to consult a cardiologist. And it's been very high blood pressure. But of course, it's under control now. But my peripheral neuropathy is the more challenging one. You can imagine this one coupled with the history of high blood pressure and oscillating blood pressure. It's not quite enjoyable. So the peripheral neuropathy has very much challenged me, that my balance is put to test. The thing is, I feel so heavy from the waist down to the limbs, very heavy. And I would be restricted in movement. I feel some chills down the limbs. And honestly, at that time that I feel these chills and feel this sensation, I don't want anybody to come near me. So it's been off and on like that. But the problem is that the feelings of the heavy feelings have not left over I can tell you, at least since I came back from lockdown. It's just there. And I guess we are platinum members. We were enjoying it we were hopeful. We got our daughter registered, and we've been on the products for a while. It's just that we feel slightly, well, I won't say slightly, we feel discouraged, but we have a lot of hope in the Lord and what He can do. So we continue to see our medical practitioners, and we continue to take this double stem cell. Of course, we reduce this to 1 in the morning each, and intermittently we take the crystal cell. There was a time that my upline did recommend I should take this snowfield fort at a particular dosage, followed with double stem cell. It was pretty challenging in the sense that I started with 2 snowfield fort, and before the next 24 hours, my blood pressure skyrocketed.
Mm-hmm.
So I called her and she advised that, I stopped actually before calling her because I was scared.
Mm.
So she confirmed that I could go off it. And
Mm-hmm.
since then, I have not repeated the snowflake fault.
Okay.
So that's her story.
Mm. Okay.
That's her.
So, I'm sorry, I was the network threw me off.
Okay.
Oh.
The network threw me off, but I'm back now.
Okay, thank you, Daniel Master. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Let me just quickly answer, Mommy Ibadan, those questions, those issues have been noted, and I believe Dr. Wale is also in the house. He might not be able to, he's not in a comfortable place to start yet, but in fact, he started his screen sharing to discuss things that he wants to discuss. And when it's time to ask questions, we will be posting those questions to him to be able to guide us with answers to them. Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, Dr. Wale. Thank you for coming back. We'll ask some questions already for you, which you will answer at the end of your class. So over to you, sir. I can see you sharing your screen already. So over to you, sir. Thank you for.
Okay. Thank you. I am very, very sorry. I believe you can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, I'm very, very sorry. I will not be able to share my video because I'm not in a comfortable place. Please permit me. I was saying something before there is a bit disruption. So I was talking about our RED because believe you me, we like it or not, our aged parents, our aged people need to be guided in whatever they are doing right now. They need to be guided. It's so important, very, very important for them to be guided. Now, let's use these words that I'm going to use this evening to guide them. That's what we call RED. I was explaining what RED means, which is rest, exercise, and diet. Now, your rest constitutes just 10% of our daily healthy living. I said it earlier, constitute just 10% of our daily healthy living. It means that the person needs at least 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of sleep for you to constitute that 10%. Then the next is the exercise. Don't forget, one disadvantage of not sleeping well, it results to somebody quick forgetfulness. It makes the person to forget things easily. We have seen so many people, they are holding their car keys, they will be looking for the car keys. We have seen people who wants to pick something from the kitchen. The next thing they will get to the kitchen, they will forget whatever they want to pick. They have to get back to what they are doing earlier before you discover that they will remember that this is what I want to pick from the kitchen. So it's important that we take this absolute sleep. Now, what is the definition of sleep? Because most time people take realization for sleep. People take realization for sleep. Some people will they are reading newspaper, they will say they are resting. No, that is not rest. That is realization. Now, sleeping on the chair, you are conscious of the environment because if the door is open, you easily open your eyes. And now sleep is when the total body is shut down, except the brain and the heart is functioning at that point in time. It means that you are not conscious of what is happening in your environment. That is when you constitute this percent of what we're talking about. If you sleep well, one advantage of it is you have the mental alertness. If you sleep well, I will just be taking one or two. I will not going to go in deep with this aspect. Now, also, the exercise also constitutes what? 10% of our daily healthy living. 10% of our daily healthy living. Believe you me, if you're as an elderly person, you don't need to run 100 meters race. You don't need to do all those tedious exercise. All you need to do, you can take a walk around your vicinity. If you are staying in an environment, you can round your house 3 times, 10 times. It's okay for you. Now, all you are trying to do is to bring out those waste metabolism that can cause other health conditions. Let them come out. So, Please help me to pick this one. Tell me I'm in seminar. Are we together? Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can hear you loud and
Loud
clear.
and clear, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you very much. So 10% of our exercise is very, very important too, so that we can actually get this done. Now, one advantage of doing exercise, discover that your muscles are flexed. They're flexible, the waste metabolism can come out, and you are looking healthier. Believe you me, it's good to do that. If you are staying upstairs, you can just walk up, down for some times, and that is all. You don't need to run 100 meters out there. Then take a lot of water accompanying with it. Then the next is the diet, which is where we are going to deal more. 80%. I believe if a child go to school and score 20%, the child over 100, the child has not gotten the pass mark. Now, 80% is from the food we consume. Now, let's look at this. I'm still going to give us a diagram to illustrate this. Just let's do something like a triangle on our notes, a triangle. Then give it about 4 lines, a triangle with 4 lines. The first of the first line is what we call fat and sugar. Fat and sugar. Our fat and sugar we should consume our fat and sugar at just 5%. 5% daily, 5%. Fat and sugar should not more than 5%. Now, but do you know what happened? We have turned this food wellness pyramid upside down. Something that we are supposed to be eating 5%, we are eating it 90%. You will see somebody will take rice in the morning, it will take gari in the afternoon, it will say, I don't want to eat something solid, heavy in the night. It will say, let me take yam. Let me take yam. You have already taken 90% of carbohydrate, which is the end use of it is what? Sugar that releases in our body. Now, let me shock us something. Our carbohydrate is divided into 3. We have high glycemic, we have medium glycemic, and we have low glycemic. Now, the high glycemic, the carbohydrate food we consume releases more sugar in our bloodstream than any other thing. We have the medium glycemic. Somebody will take rice and we take a bottle of Coke with it. A bottle of Coke constitutes 9 cubes of industrial sugar. You have taken carbohydrate, which the end use is what? Is carbohydrate, is sugar. You are not taking sugar with it, which is absolutely not good for our health. Now, most times, why people have diabetes, you discover that this type 2 diabetes, you discover that they have constituted a lot of sugar in their bloodstream. Do you know why? Now, it's like when you get a deep freezer, the double door, and you now use this small generator to power it. You know, at first, the generator will power it. As it progresses in the usage, you discover the power will now drop. Likewise, our pancreas that help us convert carbohydrate food into glucose that we use. You are giving the pancreas excess work to do. As you are giving the pancreas excess work to do, that is what leads to diabetes. Because the bloodstream cannot take them much, it releases to the blood to the urine. At that point, the person is what? They will say the person is having diabetes. That is why we need to be careful what we eat. Our elderly people, we need to guide them what they eat. In fact, at age 26 and 50, the person don't need to eat spices again. He needs to eat more boiled food. He don't need fried food. To live healthy, you need more of boiled food, not fried food. Reduce this quantity of things you consume. Some people, at this point, they are still even consuming Maggi and all that. Now, I will digress and go to the next one. I am telling us what leads to those conditions. They will say they are associated to aging. They are associated to age. This person is old. That's why he's having those conditions. No. God did not create man that way. His aim for us is to live a good health. So All these things are created by mankind. We cause them by our own self. Now, like, for example, look at what I just explained, the way people consume carbohydrate food. People live by the same economy. They say, why I'm living like that, I just want to fill my stomach. It is totally wrong. You discover, let me give us a scenario. Two persons goes to a restaurant to eat. The first person gets a wrap of gari, and he bought a piece of meat, and he bought vegetable, 100 naira. 200 naira, the both of them has 200 naira to eat. The first person took one gari and a piece of meat and 100 naira vegetable. And the other person said, no, give me 3 gari, give me 1 meat. Who do you think has eaten rightly? Anybody can unmute yourself. Who do you think has eaten rightly?
The first person.
The first person. But is that, but they will say it's economic factor. That's why I'm eating this way. No. Eat a food that can feed your cells. Those nutrient food that can feed the cells. That is what the body required. Now, the next one is what we call protein. Protein. Our protein should not be more than 15%. The next line should be protein. Our protein should not be more than 15%. Now, most times you see elderly people will say, Bami ko ero. Sorry for those who are not Yoruba. You say, help me to pack meat inside my food. The meat is not what you need. See, we have classes of good protein. We have good source of protein and we have bad source of protein. We have the plant source and the animal source of protein. Then in the animal source of protein, we have the bad source of protein, which are red meat. They release more cholesterol in our bloodstream. Like the red meat, the goat meat, the cow meat, they release these things into our system. But we have good source of protein of the plants, of the protein animal, which is birds, all this chicken, turkey. But I'm talking about the live ones. I'm not talking about the ones that have been frozen. No, that's not what I'm saying. Now, most of these times, our aged people don't need more of red meat. They need more of scale fish. Scale fish. They need more of vegetables. That is what they need. Now, let me tell you what can lead to excess cholesterol. Now, most times you eat this food and you take cold water with them. When you take cold water, it makes the blood to be thick. The texture of the blood will be thick. And once that happens, it lies on the wall. You see, those fats will line as a wall on the arteries. Now, once they did that, it makes the blood to be clotting. And once the blood is clotting, you discover you begin to feel wrinkles. You begin to feel cramps. You discover that most times you sleep on the hand. Before you wake up, the hands is gone. You begin to force the hands to be open. You hit the hand or your leg. You sit down in a tight corner. You discover you begin to have those cramps. Under your feet begin to inch you somehow. That is telling you that there is no free flow of blood circulating in the body system. Now, those things can lead to cardiac arrest. They can lead to stroke. It can happen. Now, most times you discover that when people have high blood pressure, why do you think they give them drugs to take care of that high, to manage that high blood pressure? It's to elast the arteries for free flow of blood. That's why when the person stops taking it, it closes again. That is why the person will keep on taking that drug for the period of his life. So what we are trying to tell you now is that you need to guide these aged people with that diet. It makes them to look younger, make them to live long. Now, the next one is fruit and vegetable, which is 30%. Fruit and vegetable, 30%. Now, imagine how many of us takes 5 servings of fruit on a daily basis. 5 serving of fruit and vegetable. How many? You discover that these things contain antioxidants that helps to fight against cancerous agents. This thing helps to detoxify the toxins, heavy metals in the systems. But we don't eat them. The last of it is what we call whole grains. Whole grains. Whole grains. The food that are classified under whole grains are rice brown, which are local rice, or you call it a fada rice. Then we also call another one. The next one is wheat, soya beans. Wheat, soya beans, rice brown, or the local rice. These are classified under what we call whole grains. They contain high fiber. They make your cells to be permeable, that all the classes of food you eat, those nutrients can come into those cells and makes the waste to come out freely. That is their function. Now, if you want to know what I'm talking about, get your refined rice, get rice brown or that local rice, put them somewhere. Go back there in the next 2 weeks, go and see what is happening. You discover you see ant, muco, on that local rice. What is the ant looking for? Nutrients. But in your refined rice, you will see nothing. It will still be the way you place it. Do you know why? Because the shaft, they have removed the nutrients and put preservative. What you are consuming is just shaft and sugar. So even the wheat you are consuming, except the ones you blend directly from the market yourself, all these things, let's help our aged people, guide them with this food. You discover that you are doing them rightly. Now, let me show you something. People buy food for their parent, their aged parent. It's good. But we are not thinking of buying them supplements. We don't think of buying them supplements. Those conditions are already existing in their system because they are passes through vibrant stage and on the tire stage. It's already there. Why not help them? I'm not saying giving them food is not good. No, but guide them rightly to eat the right food. Then also place them on nutritional what? Supplements that can help to curb all these health conditions. Now, look at this. You discover that Alzheimer's disease, most times people classify them as what? Genetic issues. Yes. They start from childbirth without noticing. We have some condition today that people are saying they are genetic, Down syndrome condition, sickle cell condition, so many. So what we are trying to do here today is that how we can guide our aged parents. Those things are already existing. What do we do? How do we manage those things? How do we help them get back to their vibrant stage of life? I keep asking aging people, I'll tell them, aged people, I'll ask them one question. I say, well, how will you feel that you have something that can take your cell back to vibrant stage of 25 years? How are you going to feel? Something that can reduce your aging process. How are you going to feel? So that is why I will just say one or two things here, and I will call it a day to give room for us to answer those questions that are already there. People have already asked these questions. Now, most times you discover that you see aging. Most time, another condition that people don't look at is aging. It's a serious health condition. When someone is growing older than his age, looking older than his age, it's a chronic health condition that people today don't look at. They'll say it's hustle. I am struggling. That's why. No. It shows that those nutrients you need, those vitamins that is needed in your, you are not getting it. So you are losing them faster than the way you are supposed to get them. So what do we do? Thank God for the new discovery in the medical world today, which the world is looking into today, which is the stem cell. Stem cell is the only thing that can reverse aging. The only thing, read my lips, the only thing that can reverse aging, because that is the only thing that can get into that cells, those genetic cells that can reverse them. So if anybody tells you that this thing is a lie. So please, I believe I'm making sense. I believe I'm talking to some people here.
Oh, sure. We're listening, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you look at this, I will just make mention of some of these aging conditions that people are associated to. If you look at it, number one health condition today, yeah, is high blood pressure. High blood pressure, diabetes, stroke. Cancer now is rampant. Prostate enlargement. Now, please, every man in the house today, please, every man is exposed. Every man is, how will I put it so that we can understand this better? Every man is prone to prostate. Every man, every man. Nobody can run. Likewise, the women. Every women are prone to what? Fibroid. Because you have fibroid all these things that are there. But it now depends on what you feed on them that will trigger their growth. So every man, if you are fit from anything from 40, your early 40s, please, if you don't mind, every day, maybe you can do it twice in a week. Get fresh tomato, dice it, maybe 2 balls of it, dice it, eat it fresh. Just dice it. Eat it like the way you are eating your fruits. Every day, maybe you do it twice in a day, in a week rather. But make sure you do it. It's important. It's important. For women, please, make sure you reduce your level of oil that you consume. Oil, especially vegetable oil. Very, very important. Especially our young ladies from the ages of 26 and above. Be mindful of things you consume. Reduce your sugar intake. Reduce your sugar intake. It's important. Reduce your sugar intake. And also watch things. A lot of times people say, insert this, insert that. Don't just insert anything into yourself. Not all drugs that is good for you. Not all family planning is good for you. That is why you need to always go for tests before you do anything like that. Because we have seen cases whereby after the person have done it, it becomes problem when he removes it. Not every pills that is good for controlling of pregnancy. You need to be careful. Extra careful. Then maintain good hygiene. Eat fruits and vegetables that contain enough antioxidants. It is important. Very, very important for us. Now, let me go back to our aging parents. Our aged parents. Now, you discover that most times our parent lives in a duplex. Please, if your parents are living in a duplex, advise them to stay down. Advise them to stay down. They should not stay upstairs. it is not be easy for them to be climbing up and down on a daily basis. I am telling us nothing but the truth. Let them stay down. Help them to get someone that can help them manage their house chores, house activities. Not just anybody, somebody that is capable, that can also monitor the hygiene. You know, when our parents are old, they don't believe in hygiene anymore. They don't believe in it. They just believe living their normal life because they will soon go. If they are going to go, let them die well, not dying in sickness, in bad state of health. No. What about it? Let's just say, my doctor come. I think I want to go. Who don't want that kind of thing? Their age and they want to go. But let them go in good health. Get someone that can help them manage their hygiene. It's important. Get someone that can give them good food, nutritional food, not just food. Help them. Let them drink good water. Let them live in a good environment. These things are things that can help them. Don't allow them to be emotionally down. These are things that he'll give people who are even down with health condition. If they have hope of that they have somebody that don't give them emotional trauma, don't give them emotional headache. You know, we have some people like that give their parents serious headache. We don't need to do that. We need to help them at this point of our life. The economic is not friendly, but do your part. You don't need to give them the whole world. You need to give them good health, which is cheaper and affordable than problem of health. So are we another thing, help them to also think about retirement. It is very, very important. As they are working, help them to have a good plan. Because most times you have seen aged people who work after finishing their work, you discover that because they don't have good retirement plan, after they come out, nothing to show forth. They begin to think, begin to have one health condition or the other. So, but once you have a retirement plan for them, it also helps them to live a healthy life. I believe with these few points, I've been able to say one or two things that will help us. I cannot say everything here. So many things are here I wanted to share, but because of time, coordinating of good care, it's also important. You can see it there. You can see them here. You can see them here. I believe as you are seeing them, you can also take them community service, employers, family, group home staff. Then you can see them day program staff and all that. You can help them to plan these things. They are very, very important. So thank you so much for the privilege given to me to share this brief knowledge about health on our aged people. And I believe I will relate it to how our stem cell can help them get back their health. I will just say one or two things and we call it a day. Now, if you look at the vibrant state, tired state, and the sixth stage of life, you discover that at this tired stage of life is the so important one that everyone needs to take note of. We don't need to be sick to revive ourselves. What we need to do is to deliberately revive them. That is why stem cells is coming to play a fantastic role. I think we have new people in the house. Let me stop sharing this and share the slide of Mr. Tolu. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, sir.
Okay, do you have a slide that you want us to share about the stem cell to relate it with what I'm discussing?
Oh, since you're on your system now, I think you can share from your hand, unless you want me to share mine.
Okay, don't worry, let me share then.
Okay. Oh, good. After that, we'll take some questions. There's some questions waiting already. So we'll take some.
Yes, I just want to even just say it, but I just want people to see it.
Okay.
If not, I will have just said it and we'll just go on like that.
Okay, sir.
I think it's coming up. Just give me some few minutes. I'm sorry, just give me. The laptop is slow a bit. Have you opened yours? I think this is. Okay. Okay, I think we are here. Please, can you see my slide? Can you see my slide?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I tell people, I make mention of it. You don't feed your aged parent with drugs. Most times they love taking drugs because it is used to their system. It's used to the system. Like my dad would always like to take paracetamol. That is not an addict. He wants to take paracetamol. He now see it as food. I'm telling you. So most times, don't give them drugs. Give them nutritional supplement that can help them build themselves. Because the major problem with them is their cell is totally weak. And once the cell is weak, they are prone to any health condition. Anything that comes into the system, they are struck with it. So these are contributor factors of what is happening. Either if they take the drugs, either it's fighting the disease or is contributing to their poor health. That is two things that can happen. Either it's fighting the disease or is contributing to poor health of that condition. So it means that most times their body will get to a point that will be resisting drugs. Like somebody was sharing, I think I was hearing somebody that said somebody has been taking eye drop since 1970 something. I was overhearing that question. Imagine the effect of that eye drop to the person over time. So what we are trying to do now, because I tell doctors, I tell pharmacists, these are the trends of the day, which you need to better join it now so that you help, because the major reason why you are trained is to save lives. That is the major reason, not to make money in your pockets. It is when you save life, when you give people good health, that money will look for you. Not you looking for money first. But today people are trending what their license for money. That is why I don't care whatever anybody says today. I have left the profession for them. I'm not practicing with anybody. That is why I'm focused on phytoscience directly, because it is giving me the result I needed in life. My aim to study what I study is to reach out to people to give them good health, and which I am doing with what I have now. So now let's look at what stem cell can do for us. I have explained the stages of life for us. Now, everybody are from one cell. Everybody. Everybody are from one cell, because the combination of the cell, when the man and the woman meet, it brings up an entirely human being. That's why the first thing you will see when the development starts is the head. You will see spinal cord, you will see arms, you will see legs. You begin to see the skin begins to cover like that, it builds the tissues, builds up the organ, builds up the system. Now, most times, people has time to take care of their physical skin, their physical body, but they don't take cognizance of what carries them, which is the engine, the main engine that carries the physical body you are seeing. People can buy clothes of thousands of naira, but tell them that you need to take care of that body that you are covering. See, most times, if you take care of yourself, your skin is glittering. You don't need anybody to.
Oh. Oh, no.
Now, I think network issues or so.
I was just about to say that. She'll be back shortly.
I hope we're all learning something. Definitely.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I'm sure we'll be back shortly.
Boss. Yes, boss.
Oh, he has gone. We'll be back shortly. Awesome, awesome meeting. I have a question for him, many questions for him. One of them, I'm sure some of you will be looking at me. Why are you asking? Two questions have come today and is tending towards that particular angle. So I'm waiting to ask him. Although you will laugh when you hear the question, at the same time, I'm sure we will learn too.
Why are you preempting our laughter? It is our laughter. Let us laugh it when we think it is. Why are you preempting our laughter, You're on mute.
I'm waiting for him to come back. Once he comes back again, I'm waiting. Okay, so while he's away, or while he's still coming back, let me just quickly, maybe at this point, share my own screen too, while we continue to talk about what we're talking about.
One of the very important things that we have been able to take away, I mean, from what you have said so far, is not to, especially for us that are still younger, you can't wait till you are older for you to start preparing for old age, because it's going to surely come. It's surely there is an end, says the Bible. So old age is going to come. How? I mean, the notes that I have made that is standing basically about preparing for that old age. It's going to come. How we are preparing it, how we are preparing our appetite, how we are preparing our body to receive old age. Because don't let me lie to you, if you have eaten Maggi soup for 30 odd years of your life, what am I saying? 60 odd years of your life. At 65, somebody is saying don't eat Maggi, don't eat salt. They are just lying. You will try it for 3 weeks and go back. If you get what I mean. But if you start preparing towards it, even at the 20s, those of us that are teenagers like me, we start preparing towards it because we know that surely this thing that they call old age will come. So we prepare our appetite, we prepare our body. Exercise is not something you pick up at 60. Don't lie to, I will not lie to myself. I mean, that thing has spoken to me.
We should not eat Maggi again. Maggi makes soup sweet.
No. What Dr. Wale said is that that particular thing is not good. is not totally good. It's not something you fill your pot of soup with. For someone like me, if that Maggi is not even the rice and the Maggi must be equal. And I have lived 50 years of my life like that. And then suddenly I turn 60 and they are saying, this is how to help yourself. Then you begin to struggle with it. But if you have lived your life in a way that you are tending towards that already, then you are sorted. The other thing is, they were talking, Dr. Wallace mentioned about prostate health for men and for women, the looking after what you eat because of fibroids, and also women health, basically. I mean, if at old age somebody saying, come on, start taking tomatoes twice daily, when the thing is already at advanced stage, we are more, it's more or less medicine after the grave, Papa. But if we have already started when we are teenagers like this, then we go into our 20s, our 30s, preparing for that time. Exercises, nutrition, and which is our product. Nutrition is our product. It's a supplement, and that's what you wanted to get into. I think it's back. Dr. Wale is back. Before I take over program, let the owner of program talk.
So Dr. Wale, welcome back. We understand the network.
Yes, thank you. I am sorry. I was listening to Emu. In fact, Mama, you are wonderful. Thank you so much. I enjoyed that short presentation of yours. Wow, I really enjoyed it. Thank you. It shows that you are in this meeting. Okay, I was explaining something to us. See, one good thing about stem cell here is that it has the capacity to go down to the microcell level of cells. I've never said this in any meeting before. Mr. Tolu, have you heard this before?
No, sir.
Have I said it before?
I'm hearing that for the first time.
The stem cell has the power to go to the microcell level of cell. Now, in the microcell level of cells, in your cell, you have what we call giant molecules. These giant molecules, they're made up of, they are the things that makes up the genes, the cells of a child. Now, that is why our product has the ability to take care of genetic problems. I've never said this before. You have been getting a result about sickle cell, Down syndrome, so on and so forth. Have you taken time to understand why is this thing has to work to that level? So it means that the cell has the capacity to repair every damage that we have caused ourselves from our child, from the vibrant stage to the tired stage, up to the sixth stage. That is why if you are in this house today, you have aged parent, this is the best time for you to give them this, because it's going to bring back them to 25 years of vibrant stage. That is the awesomeness of stem cell. I don't want to go in details. I am only giving you a summary what stem cell can do. If something can go into that micro level of cells, you know what that means. It means no matter what the person is going through, it has the capacity and the ability to take care of it. Now, stem cells are not drugs. They are not supplements. They are what you have already in you. We are made up of cells. Every human being are made of cells. Now, what we want to help you to do is for you to trigger those cells that are redundant, those cells that die off, those cells that are damaged, those cells that are not functioning well. As I explained earlier, the vibrant, the tired, and the sick stage. At the tired stage is when you lose these cells. And when that happens, what do you think happens to you? See it. I just want to show us some certain thing. See, stem cell will repair, it protects, it regenerates. Healthy cells. That is why even if the person is You know, I use WHO diagram for us, 5%, 15%, and 80%. You discover that even when you are sub-health, it makes you to be among these 5% who are healthy. It repairs the cell, regenerates the cells. Healthy cells, either the cells is damaged or is redundant. Any health condition you see today is as a result of redundant of the cell of that particular areas. Every human being has series of cells, several trillions of cells. Brain cells is specialized for the brain. Nerve cells is specialized for the nerves. That is why they are special cells. So stem cell will come and work as catalyst, triggers those cells to function the way they ought to be. And when you do that, it restoring your cells and bringing your cells to normal. So I want to thank you for this privilege given to us. Everybody you know, please expose them to this amazing product. This amazing product. Please, everybody you know on this earth. This is where the world is going into. This is the next generational what? Food supplement. Food. I call it food because every home is going to be using this therapy. Please expose this to everybody you know in the world. You can see these are some potential. Stem cell takes care of over 200 medical life-threatening diseases. Over 200 medical life-threatening diseases. I have seen somebody that was blind because of glaucoma. I have seen somebody who has prostate enlargement that is even prostate cancer now. Has used the product, it has taken care of that condition. I've seen somebody who is bowel because of those. They use the product, it takes care of the condition. Somebody was blind because of this product, it gets back his sight. Diabetes condition is like water. Sickle cell condition is everywhere. You can see traumatic brain. This is the first time I'm seeing a product that can take care of dementia, product that can take care of mental condition. Mental. The person is totally mental for over 23 years. And the doctor that was taking care of the person told me, I am the one managing this person since 5. And the person is 23 years of age. Imagine. And he used the products and get back his self. To tell you how powerful stem cell is. Another thing I want to draw your attention is bone marrow transplantation. We have seen children who are doing blood transfusion and all that. I have seen somebody who have leukemia. This one is not somebody that is far, somebody that is close to my neck. You know what that means? Who use this product and it gets back her health. So that is how powerful the stem cell can do, reversing every abnormalities of cells or health condition that, see, let me shock you something. The best time to use stem cell is the time they have written off that condition, that there is no solution to the condition. That is what makes stem cell the last bus stop to medication or treatment in the world today. Thank you so much. I remain Olawale John.
Wow, wow. Can I have a full screen reaction for him, at least to encourage him for all he has shared with us? Let's encourage him. Full screen reaction, whatever reason, whatever one you want to use, just let's celebrate him. He said I should not call him Dr. Olawale again for some reason. So, so thank you so much for that. Now we'll be taking some questions now before you go, because I'm sure he has to attend another meeting. And we'll put some together, and some people, I think I can see Otumba Charles raising up his hand. Now, before Otumba Charles, let me first of all ask a question so that you can answer, and maybe that one will help us answer every other one. The question is this. I heard I think a particular documentary station, posted to some set of women talking about prostrate, that good. For you to make your husband not have prostrate in the future, sex is important. Now, my question is this. What age? Now, we're talking of old age.
Yes.
What age should somebody stop having sex? 74 or whatever. Is it true that sex has a way of reducing prostate issues?
Okay, Mr. Zulu, this one is a tough question, but anyway, we are still going to answer it. Um, Everybody here is adult, so
Okay.
we have to speak, freely. Uh, you see, this topic it should be for another day because I have done this topic for my team.
Okay, that means don't worry, you are coming back again anyway. You know that.
It's a full topic on its own. You see, when you talk about prostate, you understand a lot of factors are responsible for it. Do you get it? Now, sex can be one of the remedy. Are you getting me? It can be one of the remedy to help for the person not to have in the future. The fact remains that you see, the best time is when you are even in your late 40s to enjoy sex in your late 40s because it helps you a lot, not just for prostate alone. It has a lot of health benefits. That's why I'm saying that it's a topic for another day. It's a broad topic, but I'll just say one or two things. Believe you me, your question you asked, I'll just get straight to the point because it's help. It's one of the remedy to such condition. What the write-up you saw or the this thing you saw, it help. It's true. Are you getting me, sir?
Yes.
But I will not say there is a particular age that you should stop having sex. Do you get me? Now, the reason why I will not say that is this. You see, the reason is not far-fetched. Why I will not say this is a particular, because you need to also be careful. Believe you me, it has a disadvantage if you are aged. The strength is not like before. What you can do while you are in your vibrant stage, you cannot do them while in your sixth stage of life. You cannot do them. Maybe the person is going, maybe I should be free talking, right? Should I be free?
Free, sir.
Okay, maybe perhaps the person was doing maybe 2 rounds before or 3 before, and it gets to that sixth stage of life, which is 51 and above. You will discover that, see, it is not assuming the person that be exposed to stem cell, the person can still perform very well. Are you getting me? But naturally, don't forget there is depreciation already. You like it or not, the factors are there that you cannot do the same thing, but you can have it once in a while, maybe once in a week, twice in a week, depending on your capacity. Please, women, please don't kill the man. So we say, harder, the man is dying. They don't know. Don't overwork the man. It's good at your old age to have it, but you should do it in a temperature that is cool. You don't need to do the same thing you are doing in your early stage. So I will not say, because there is advantage and disadvantage when you don't do it and when you do it as much as possible. But the good thing, the fact I want to draw from here is that it helps in protecting what? Future prostate enlargement. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Tolu.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, okay. Now, the reason why I asked the question is this. I have seen some old people are 70, 75 complaining that their libido is low.
Mm.
So I'm beginning to think that, okay, if at that age, they are complaining that libido is low. So is that means it is, this thing is called is infinitum or something like that. So that's why I asked the question. Anyway, don't worry.
Yes, see, it is. Have you not seen young people that also have low libido? Have you not seen?
Yes, I've seen, but old people,
So,
what I'm surprised at.
yes, they will have, because see, there are factors that triggers it. Are you getting me? There are factors that triggers these things. It connects to the mind, the brain, the sense organs. These things are factors that will help you. See, sometimes you have seen people who say they don't have this urge for sex. I have seen people, they don't have the urge. See, most times health condition is major factor. Health condition.
Thank you very much, sir. Is Dr. Wale still there?
I think the network is on that.
Oh, no. Because I still have people's questions here, and I was also just about to delve into that.
We should plan a session on sex and stem cells. What do you think?
Well, we will get there. I think, and without wasting any much time on that, like we have condition and we activities deteriorate in every part of your life as you grow older. It also affects that department of your life. So overly magnifying that aspect and like, oh, older people, like, or younger people have arthritis and they can't walk. Older people have arthritis and they can't walk. It's just that you have more tendency that there will be, you will have problems with mobility later in your life as the cells die and you are losing a lot of cells. Same way, in that department, when it comes to sexual intercourse and sexual organs, there are things, younger people, like you said, you have people that get married and they have never had serious urges, serious libido, they've had problems with that all their life, they've managed it with medication, and they've had children. And then you have people that have been vibrant, they are vibrant up till 70. Above all, I believe what he has said caps it all up. Listen to your body. If your body is vibrant still, then go on. But don't, there is no point. My friend is telling me at 70 that there is going up, is going on, and then my body is telling me slow down. And I just want to be like my friend. Or there's no point, maybe I'm in my 70s, that's in about 50 years time. But there's no point, when I grow older, if age is telling on me or age is telling on my husband, I'm putting unnecessary pressure on him. He has to listen to his body. The last thing we want to do is end up with a spinal problem or a broken down, whatever, for no reason, absolutely no reason at all. So that is that about that. Is Dr. Wale back? Because I really want to address Mommy Obayoba's question.
I'm trying to know for him.
Sorry?
Go back.
Oh my God. Janet Afolabi's questions.
So just take those questions down. I'm just waiting for him to come back now. I'm waiting for him.
And basically, those bad questions, maybe because of the kind of understanding I have around care. Don't get me wrong, I am not a medical person. Basically, what those questions are tending towards is how best to manage the administration of medication in a way that they will get faster results And while we are still waiting for the results in the case of Mrs. Janet Afolabi, while we are still waiting for results to be more evident, how do we encourage the patient, in this case your client, to continue to use their medication? So while we are waiting for, I'm just going to try and attempt. I think I have 3 hands raised. Because of our time, if those are questions, sir and now, please try and
Dr.
put in the
Olawale is
chat.
back.
Is Dr. Wale back?
Yeah, he's back.
So, welcome, sir.
Thank you,
I'm just going to quickly, Dr. Wale?
Ma, I can hear you.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you,
And
ma.
just quickly, because of our time, I just want to enumerate some of the questions that have been raised before you know, while we were waiting, before you started the presentation in earnest. So we have one of our colleagues in the house that she has a client who is in her 70s as well. And basically, this person had health challenge when it comes to eyes.
Okay.
They had glaucoma and had cataract surgery, even in the 70s.
Wow. Okay.
At the moment now, when they started and had challenges with mobility, as at now, as at when he came in contact with our medication, with our products, beg your pardon. So basically, after our medication, he's been on it now from September, so it's going about 6 months now.
Okay.
They experienced an improvement in the vision, but after a while, it stopped. So patient is about losing faith in the whole thing. Yeah. Is there any way to encourage such a person? And is there any other way to administer the products in a way that they will experience faster results? And I believe, yeah, we have also another one of our, she's also a member, and I've talked with mommy by the time she
Sorry, ma, can I take that one first? The first question.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yes, you see such condition, the patient should know that even 1 year is not enough for the treatment. Something that has been over years, 1 year is not enough. Number 2 is that the person is in the house, because I need to ask, how are they applying the product? You know,
yes,
sometimes the person may have quicker results even while using the product. You know why? Perhaps the person has been on other treatment before seeing this treatment. There are 2 things that used to happen. Most times, not this today. Some people, they have not done enough treatment on that condition before they meet your product. It may take longer period of time to even for them to see a sign of the product, the therapy that is working. And there are some, that's why we always use body chemistry. Why people don't understand that body chemistry? It means that someone may be on a treatment before the other person, the same condition. The other person has been doing treatment. The other person has not been doing treatment as the other person. They will never get the same results. It's not possible. That is 1. 2, how do you apply this medication to this person? Number 3 is that don't make the person to be anxious. Don't make the person to have anxiety. Make them understand that this is a therapy.
Please, doctor, can I explain better? Can I explain something, please?
Please go ahead.
Okay. First, the current condition, like I explained before, was that from the beginning is that this person, when he was diagnosed of glaucoma in 1976, from that time up until now, he's been on eye drop, and so he has bags under his eyes.
Okay.
And so while he was, you were asking about the administration of the therapy. Yes, he takes double stem cell in the morning with snowfield falls on an empty stomach, and then he takes crystal cell at night, and then he takes actual plus 10 drops morning, afternoon, and evening. And then he uses he started using the H2O moisturizer and the Miracle Intense on the face, but the H2O moisturizer started stinging him to the extent that when he was using the combination of the two, his face became puffy and the eyes were bulging. And so I told him to stop the H2 moisturizer, and then we paused a little while, and then he started using the MIE, but still the eyes were still bulging like that of a frog. That is one. Second, he had treatment on prostate. He had treatment in the UK on prostate. He was going to do radiology. And at the point when he was going to do it, something brought him back to Nigeria. And then the doctor in Nigeria had to scrape up certain things. And so for him, before he goes into sexual intercourse, he has to use a particular Korean supplement 1 hour before the time he intends to do it, before he can actually do it, and for him it is kind of emasculating for him because he has to physically hold his manhood to be able to do it. Do you understand? So now he met our product, and he's been expecting that something would have happened up until now, and he's 74 years old. I did not raise his expectation unnecessarily. I told him that he's old. And I told him also that he didn't come onto this therapy at a younger age. And so he shouldn't expect magic to happen, that it will take time. Yes, his vision is clearer, but the puffiness in the eyes is there. And so, but he called me this afternoon to tell me that the erectile dysfunction is still a problem, and he had been waiting for something to happen. So I told him I would get back to him. So, and then luckily I stumbled onto this meeting about elderly people. I said, okay, let me ask you, should a 74-year-old person still expect to be sexually active? I don't know. At what stage should they expect that at least there should be some changes? Because really, I don't know what else to tell him.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell him.
All right, thank you. Okay, let me start from the last. The fact remains that she is 70. A 70-year-old man is not expected to be active even 80%. Are you getting me? Hello?
Yes, doctor. Yes, I'm with you, doctor.
It's not expected to be sexually active because, sincerely speaking, a lot of sex organs and a lot of cells is dead. And if you look at that person, the person has complications of health.
Yeah.
So you discover that condition of glaucoma or cataract, it's a complication from other health conditions too. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Either he has undergone some treatment on diabetes.
No.
If he has undergone treatment on high blood pressure.
No.
Now, has he ever told you of his health history about high blood pressure and diabetes?
Yes. In fact, another thing that he had was this thing where you have a blood clot in your bloodstream. What's it called now? I've forgotten now. He was put on a blood thing. Yes. Thrombosis. Yes, he had a slight issue of thrombosis, and he was put on a blood thinner for a period of time. That is what he, and then he also complained of having a bit of memory loss. He's very good with his spoken English. He knows his words. He can tell you 10 words from the top of his head that are the same thing, almost the same meaning. That was back in the days, but now he cannot remember those things again.
Those are complications now. these things have complications. Now, let me just give you a regiment on how you can help him.
Okay.
Please tell him to stop using the H2 moisturizer or the Miracle Intense.
Okay.
It's an elderly person.
Okay.
Are you getting me? Let him
Yes.
stop. See, his skin, it's very supple now, like a baby skin.
Yes.
It's like you pouring fire on his skin. There is no way he will not have such condition. Are you getting me?
Yes.
The advice you have given him is for him to use the stem cell as eye drop. I have used it.
How do you do that, please?
Just get a eye drop container. Put water, half of it. Then empty a sachet of stem cell powder in it. Allow for like 10 minutes. Mix, shake very well. Use in the morning and use at night.
Okay.
After 3 days, throw it away. Mix another one.
Okay.
Then allow him to take the stem cell, the double stem cell. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir. I'm with you.
If I were advised, place him on stem cell alone for now.
Okay.
For about a month.
Okay.
Let him take 2 sachets per day, 2 in the morning.
Okay.
Let him take 2 in the morning every day.
Okay.
Watch him for 1 month. And let him do this thing. Not that he will not use other products. After he can use his actual plus. Are you getting me?
Yeah,
Anytime?
yes. You
can use that anytime. But specifically, don't give him snowfield now.
Okay.
Don't give him snowfield.
Okay.
Give him the double stem cell, 2 sachets per day.
Okay, the double stem cell 2 in the morning.
In the
what
morning
about
alone.
crystal cell?
Don't give him crystal cell.
Okay.
Watch him for a month and make sure you use that this thing, the H2, the stem cell as eye drop.
Okay.
And watch him for a month and see what happens.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So just tell him that
that is to address the eyes. Now, what about the erectile dysfunction?
You see, it is that condition that is affecting that.
Okay.
Once it's corrected, he may even find out that is the erection dysfunction that will be corrected first before the eye condition.
Okay.
Because it will first work on the complications before the cause rate.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Wow. Mo, are you still there?
Mo, are you there?
Yes, I am. Live and direct. I am here. Thank you very much for that, Dr. Wale. Thank you so much. God bless you. While that is answered, this Mommy Oyebadejo is still there, because I found out that when people explain themselves, it was really easier for doctors to be able to assist rather than I take the position of Dadani here and be saying,
Okay, the next question.
Please unmute yourself.
Please let Mommy Oyebadejo talk, and then we have raised hands. We will take those raised hands. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, Mommy.
Hello.
Hello, Mommy. You're welcome.
Mommy Oyebadejo.
Yes, Mommy, go on.
Okay. Hello, Doc. Thanks for that. Thanks for that session. The answers to the posers on the patient just talked about would appear to some extent to address daddy's issues, but for the sake of clarity, because I mean, it's just that the symptoms to me were probably the same. For the sake of clarity, at a time daddy had some improvement in his vision, and the blood pressure, the blood sugar level stabilized, but then again changed suddenly. and it had to be running helter-skelter, you know. That is it. I don't want to assume that that prescription just given would solve his own situation, because maybe it's good to address each case on its own merit. He had 2 cataract operation in both eyes. One eye has a glaucoma problem, low pressure, and I say both, but one is actually better than the other. So his vision has affected his mobility and, of course, libido. That's for Daddy. Can I go on to mine? Or
Yes.
you take down for? Okay.
Yes, go on.
Mine is a case of peripheral neuropathy. I mean, that's what you doctors have diagnosed it to be. But what it is that the lower back, I think there's problem with the L4, L5, maybe S1, I don't know. But if you ask me in layman's language, it looks as if one bone has actually misplaced and is affecting one bum more than the other.
Yeah.
So the situation is that it gives me continuous now, I'm stressing that word, lower back pain, such that, you know, in the past, I used to have some relief off and on, but these days, it's just that the feelings are there. The pains are not there all the time, but the feelings of numbness, tingling, heaviness, you want to get up, you feel so heavy, you are sleeping, it's as if you are stepping on, your limbs are stones, or you are lifting up some weight.
Okay.
So that naturally has affected my movement a lot. And of course, occasionally, I'm usually a very happy-go-lucky type of person, my emotions. So we started on the stem cell in August, let me say actively September. And then to date, it's been off and on. But my situation in particular has not really been impressive. And it's been so challenging that one is about losing hope about the products generally. So that's a story.
All right, ma. You don't need to give up on the use of the product. The reason is this, ma. When you started Daddy, do you stop his routine drug, the drugs you used to take?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You didn't. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I wasn't allowed to anyway. And I was the doctor didn't allow me, because I'm one who believes in what the doctors say a lot.
It's good.
Mhm.
Now, ma, you from your question, you said he's having glaucoma, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Partially, one of the eye is still better,
Yes.
right? I can remember what you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. How are you applying your stem cell to him?
Until recently, like I discussed with my upline, because when I was getting kind of frustrated, we never really stopped it. But when I was getting frustrated, we reduced it. And that was, at the time, it was double stem cell 2, and then crystal cell in the evening. And, you know, we would have started with snowfield fort for like 3 days, 2 or something. So all that has stopped in the last, I would say 3 weeks, at least since the last time I had a chat with my upline. So as of now, it's like double, we have no stop. We still maintain the double stem cell, one in the morning, both of us. But when we started, it was so religious. And we felt that having done some months, 4, 5 months or 6 months on it, then we should be seeing some improvement. Like I said, he had some rays of hope, but I mean, you never know, because we control the diet so religiously. When he breaks rules, I mean, it happens. Like at times he will nibble on cakes and all that. And a bit of wine, telling him for diabetes.
Okay. What I would tell you to do, my days, you need to use the snowfield, because you said in September. Abi?
Are you seeing myself now or my husband?
On the both condition, you said you started in September.
Okay, yes.
Yes, September, October, November, December, January. So please go back to stems and snowfield. Use 1 sachet in the morning, 1 sachet in the evening for 3 days. Don't use any other thing. Are you getting me, ma?
Okay. For
Then,
both of us, same
for
therapy.
both of you, yes, yes. Use one sachet in the morning, one sachet in the evening for 3 days. After 3 days, stop. Then come to the double stem cell. Use 2 sachets daily at a time. When you use 2 sachets daily for 1 week, the following week, increase it to 2 morning, 1 evening.
Okay.
Don't use the crystal cell now.
Okay.
I want you to see the effects of the double stem cell.
All right.
Then, after that first week of using the snowfield, 3 days, the following thing you need to do is the double stem cell. Use 2 sachets daily.
Daily for both.
Not morning, one evening. Use
2
in the morning.
Okay.
Use them to yourself, use them for that. I have a woman that has a deep shift. Now, has similar complaint. When I change our routine treatment, believe you me, the rest is history today. Do this for 1 month. After 1 month, Mr. Tolu will organize a meeting like this again. Let's come and share the advice. I'll tell you what to do next.
Okay.
Let's come and share the experience.
Okay.
After a month from today or tomorrow, you start.
Okay.
Come and give me the experience, then I'll tell you what to do next.
Okay. Can I just go over that dosage to be very, very sure?
Yes, ma'am. Please do.
Goes down snowfield fort, but let me just take it down. Snowfield fort, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening for 3 days for both.
Yes, ma'am.
Then double stem cell, 2 in the morning for a week for both.
Yes.
And then later, that's the other week, 2 double stem cell in the morning, 1 in the evening.
Yes.
And that should take me to the month.
Yes.
Okay. My poser on the snowfield fort, because actually I've been enjoying my upline so very much. She's been so worried about us. And she had actually recommended snowfield fort, I think 1 in the morning and evening for like a week or so. But the thing is, the poser is this. As soon as I took it, my blood pressure skyrocketed.
Mm-hmm.
As I speak, my cardiologist had to place me on like about 4 types. The likes of nifedipine, nebivolone, CT, Valsartan. Can you imagine? Because it actually went up to 193 at a time.
Okay. Okay.
93111 or so diastolic. And like to put his words, Dr. Joseph, he said, Grandma, you are not protected. So let's get you protected. So I'm just getting slightly, I'm hopeful, slightly skeptical about this snowfield fort because of that experience. Now, maybe the poser again. I should.
And you know why, ma?
Irrespective of my earlier.
Okay, if that is the case, are you getting me, ma?
Yeah.
If that is the case, just take a sachet in the morning.
Okay.
1 sachet in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy don't have that experience like that, right?
No, he doesn't. No, he has very beautiful.
Just give him his own number. You can take 1 sachet daily.
Okay.
Then don't stop your routine drug. No, because you'll be having fluctuation. Elevation will come. It will surely happen. So, but don't be scared. It happens. That is to tell you that something is happening.
Elevation in the blood pressure.
Yes, it's possible it will happen. So
that's medications.
No, you are taking the snowfield before you take your medication.
No, I mean, despite the medications.
That is why I say don't stop your medication.
Okay, I won't. I mean, daily.
So, but when you now discover that it's normal, that's why you need to get a chart note.
I do have
to take ahead. So when you see it that it's getting normal for a period of 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, you begin to abstain from the drug gradually.
Okay. Okay.
Begin to abstain from it. Maybe you are using it every day before you start taking it once every other day until you discontinue with it.
Okay.
Then let daddy also use. See, personally, I use the stem cell as eye drop myself. I don't have any eye condition, but I use it to clear my eyes. I use it.
Okay, the one that let me go over that. Sorry for taking your time. One double stem cell mixed with water.
Yes.
What quantity of water now?
Half of the container of the eye drop.
Half of the container of the eye drop.
Yes.
Like maybe take Go-Soft. Is it Go-Soft or Co-Soft as an example now? So
which one do you use? Which one do you have any eye drop container?
A Travatan, is it Go-Soft?
What is the CL? Do you know the CL?
I wouldn't know now. It's so petite. That's why I'm worried actually.
But it's okay. Any of the ones you have, I know it's not big. It's not big. It's like a finger, opening of a finger.
Okay. It's not going to be thick.
Yeah, just half of it. Put water, half.
Okay.
Then empty a sachet of it.
Okay.
Then use morning and evening.
Doctor, what about the size of Extra Plus bottle? The size of Extra Plus bottle.
Yes, exactly. Thank you very much, Daddy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That Extra Plus size bottle, half of it is okay.
So does it mean that I should get the Extra Plus 2?
No. We are not talking. We are using the container as example.
Okay. All right.
Something like this.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right.
I think it's about the same thing of the eye drop.
Yes.
Actual Plus is actually 30 ml.
Then half of it, you are good to
half
go.
of it will be 15 ml. That's
ml. Yes.
So it's about 15 mils, ma. That's what.
Yes. Thank you very much. We have wonderful people in the house. So.
Please, but a normal eye drop is not up to 30 mil. It's usually very small. That's what I have at home, and I want to try.
Do you have it? Do you have it?
My brother.
Do you have it at home?
Yeah, but yes, I'll have to search for it. But that small one, that it is Brimo Press. You know Brimo Press, the bottle of Brimo Press.
Yes.
Up to 5.
Most of them, excuse me, please. Most eye drops are usually 10 mils or 15 mils.
Or 15 mils. Yeah.
Not that big.
5 mil. Yes. Is big. 10 mil.
Yes. So half of that is
half
just
of
okay, doctor.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And it will not be thick. Okay. All right. Thank
you.
After
3 days of using it, pour it away, mix another one.
Another one. Okay. Morning and evening.
We can keep it refrigerated while we are using it.
I think it's better.
Just keep it in the fridge. It's okay.
Okay. And is there anything to help these nerves, doctor, before you?
Yes, I've just told you what to do, man.
Okay, it will correct the nerves.
Yes, but you need to also, if you are eating anything that contains acid, like carrots, if you take oranges, you take pineapple, you can stop it.
Okay. Oh, I do take oranges.
Anything that contains acid.
Okay.
Yes, it will, so that it will help you.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. Okay, I think going on. There's more. Maybe you should just take the 2 people lifting up their hands.
Yeah. About just before I go on, so I see Pastor Mrs. Solofoluwe. Charles, I'm going to crave your indulgence. You are the chairman of the occasion, so I'm going to take you. My people will say is the biggest masquerade that would be the that would dazzle. So before I go to Pastor Mrs. Shofoliwe, can I just quickly mention the issue of the lady that was talking about really doesn't have a diagnosis at all. The only thing she has is that the person they're trying to reach out to has an eye issue, and they are now hearing that the person has mobility issues with the leg as well. Now, the particular diagnosis of what is wrong with this person, they don't know. I have advised before you came on, sir, that they should get diagnosis. However, our products are still able to help. They help you even whether you don't have diagnosis. So if you have anything to just say quickly to them so that before
Yes.
we
Thank you very much, ma. It is important if you must use this product for anybody, make sure you know what you are using it for. It's very, very important. And then also get a bit history of the medical report of that person, so that in the future, as you're undergoing that treatment, you will be able to have evidence of what you have done. It's important. Then, we know that stem cell, you don't need to diagnose before using stem cell because it's a general therapy. But still, you need to know what, because of the combination of the therapy you need to give to the person. For example, somebody may have high blood pressure. You see that now. If somebody have high blood pressure, I don't give the person stem cell immediately. Let me say this to the house today. Stem cell has a content that can trigger what? BP. If you check a pack of a stem cell, you can see the combinations. You see them in total. Is there. Now, crystal cell don't have it. So what I advise people to do, start somebody that has high blood pressure with crystal cell for a week to stabilize the person. Because if the person uses stem cell, it may trigger it, not that it's not working. Are you getting me? It's important. So that's why you must know the exact condition the person wants to use this product for, or what the person is undergoing. So have I been able to say something about that? I believe
yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, just because of time, let's move quickly to Pastor Mrs. Shofoliwe.
Yeah. Thank you, ma. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, ma.
Thank you. I have someone. The condition is that he has glaucoma.
Okay.
On both eyes, and he's not been able to see for years. Is there any hope? Because I told them about phytoscience, and yeah, I spoke to Mr. Tolu as well. So I just want to double check, is there any hope for the person? Because it can't see anymore.
Okay. Thank you very much for that question, ma. How long this person has had this condition?
I was expecting you to say that. Let me say maybe 5-8 years now.
And the person had a glaucoma or cataract.
Glaucoma. That's what I've been told.
Has it done operation before?
I'm not aware of it.
Now, let me draw our notice to some certain things. Sometimes from the operation, maybe complication happen or mistake happen. The person got blind. Believe you me, nothing can be done. I will not lie to you. I will be plain to you. But if the person has not done anything like that, there is at least 50% assurance that something can happen. Do you get me?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it ourselves. That's why you need to do your homework very well. You need to ask the person. Like somebody was asking one day, somebody that born blind, can stem cell revise the person? Is it possible? Not possible. So that is why you need to ask Have this person done operation before now? Is what are other complications so that we can use to trace that condition? So if you be able to do that, believe you me, the person has 50% chances.
Okay.
If the person has not done. And
okay. Let's say that the person hasn't done an operation before.
What I said, there is 50% assurance.
I know. Yeah. What do you recommend that the person use?
The person will use the double stem cell. They will use the crystal cell. They will use the snowflake fold.
Okay. What about this actual water?
Actual plus. See, me personally, what I do with Actual Plus is to give Actual Plus after the treatment. Okay. Let the person now stay on Actual Plus. That is what I do.
Okay.
That's why I call it finisher. The person has taken care of the condition, that plus the person. But when somebody is having diabetes, you can go, it can go alongside with it.
Okay.
But every other condition, I will tell them after you have finished your treatment, you cannot use the Actual Plus. Okay. I will prepare their mind ahead of time.
Okay. The double stem cell, how many? What are the dosage of the double stem cell?
Tell the person. It is not how many the person will use. It is the period of the treatment.
Period, like 6 months?
6 months is not even 1 year minimum.
1 year minimum, okay.
Tell the person 1 year minimum treatment.
Okay. And
so that you prepare the mind of the person.
Yes.
So your upline will give you the quantity you will go with.
Oh, okay, I will speak to Mr. Tom. I think he's spoken to me regarding that. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you also, God bless you.
Next.
Thank you very much, sir. Otuba, I have Daddy Obasa again. Hey, please
let Otuba go first, please. Daddy Obasa, I have a question for him as well.
Wow. Okay. So you want him to go first?
Okay, let him go.
Or you would rather go first so that you
let him go. Let him go.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Daddy Obasa there.
Daddy Obasa, please. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I saw you have your hands raised. You have questions, sir?
I have a question, ma.
Yes.
I have a friend who has just gone through dialysis, and I want to try and see if we can help him. What do we recommend?
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Dr. Wale?
Ma.
So somebody on dialysis?
Yes.
Is there anything that you will, and how would you advise our product administered to that such a person?
Dialysis, how many times in a week the person is doing it?
Well, hello, are you hearing me,
I'm
sir?
with you, sir. I can hear you clearly, sir.
Now, he has just been discharged. He's done it twice. He's just been discharged from the general hospital.
Okay, he used to do it twice every week, or since it happens, he has done it twice.
He has done it twice since it happened.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, what the person needs to do is stay on our product, the snowfield, first, at least for 7 days.
Okay.
7 days at least.
Okay.
Yes. Then, after 7 days of the snowfield, then it can now commence our double stem cell.
Okay.
You can take 1 sachet a day for the double stem cell. For a week, after a week of taking 1 sachet daily, it cannot take double stem cell in the morning, take crystal cell in the evening, one sachet. It will help the person.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
You said you have a question for me, sir?
No, October.
Otuba, sir. Hello, Otuba.
Yes, Mo. Thank you very much. Dr. Olawale, I cannot thank you more than enough. Honestly, you've done so well for us this afternoon, this evening. You've analyzed so much to us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. God
You're
will bless
welcome,
your
sir.
household. God will bless your
Amen.
family.
Amen.
Now I need to find out. You're a medical doctor, you're a gynae.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you still practicing? Because you said you devoted your time now to phytoscience products.
Yes, because of some certain reason, because of stem cell too, I had issues. Because of stem cell, because I used it to treat while I was practicing in usage. And I use it to treat a patient that has a breast cancer, a matron. And you know, it's against the practice.
That's right. I was going to say that. Yes.
It's against the practice.
Yes.
So my MD have to call my attention. He said, you want your license to be withdrawn or you want to leave honorably? I say, I even prefer to resign.
Wow.
So that I have my license. I can still use it anytime, any day.
Yes. Yes.
So, and this is my almost 4 years of running with this, and it has been awesome.
Wow.
I joined it not because of anything, because of my dad's personal health condition, which is stroke, for 8.5 years. After going through several health treatments, no results. And we use the stem cell, give us absolute result, 100%.
Thank you so much for even mentioning your personal history there, just like that. It's not what a lot of people will say. This is why I would advocate to people not to hide things. Don't hide your health issues. When I heard about Daddy Obasa when he was mentioning something about prostate, I said I was going to ask him certain questions. Because I joined Phytoscience just in October, and I've been using some of the products. I was a cancer patient, stage 4 cancer patient, and I've done it. I've taken the chemo, everything. When the surgeon was going to operate me, he did, he waited to do it before he went for his holiday. And when he came back, he started calling me his royal patient. He said I was so lucky. And I thank him for staying to operate me before he went for his holiday. He's a white man. I think he made it because he's married to a black woman. So he insisted on operating me before he left. Now, we have one problem in this, abroad, most especially with our children. I have grown-up children. They are the one giving me a step back about this product. They keep saying it's not scientifically recognized or it's not scientifically proven. So the young lady that was with me here on the camera was my daughter. She just went back to her flat. She insisted on buying her flat around us so that it wouldn't be far away from us. She looked after us. But for her to listen to me as well, I'm using this thing, it's working.
Wow.
The doctor was asking me about, they still want to check my blood test again. That there was something they were looking for. They couldn't find it about my prostate. So they said I should wait for another 2 weeks because I had a blood test last week. She said I should wait for another 2 weeks, that I have to go for another blood test again. Just because she was looking for something about this prostate, because she said not until after that, the next blood test, that she will decide either I will need a surgery or not. But I know this thing that I've been using double stem cell, I've been using snowfield forge, and I've been using Actual Plus. Actual Plus, I was using Actual Plus because I had cancer. Not that anything is wrong again, but just to keep the inside there, just to keep it going. So what I really want to find out now is, what do I expect? What do I look for? Again, they were looking for pressure. They said that I have pressure on my eyes. They've been checking it, trying to look for glaucoma. They couldn't find it. That one again, they said that I will need to come again for another 6 months. I had that check in December. I had another one in January. They were still looking for that pressure. And I'm using double stem cell. Will they find it? So they cannot find it. So not until when they do it in the next 6 months ago, then I will tell them. Even my GP, I was telling my GP, I think my GP was aware that yes, they've been hearing about double stem cell, but because of the ethics, she cannot recommend it. It's on NHS, but because it's very, very costly, they are not using it. But this thing is working. Double stem cells, snowfield fort, I use them every day. And because I did not pinpoint that this is what I'm using it for, it's clearing certain things in my body. That's why they couldn't see what they were looking for glaucoma, for the blood, for the pressure on my eyes. They couldn't see. So I have to eventually tell them in another 6 months that this is what I've been using. So I'll see. So what I'm trying to find out now is what do I, and at the same time, Dr. Olawale, on my right hand side here, I think that's where the stomach is. Because I had, it was a power cup. That's where the stomach is. I do have, still have some slight pain. Sometimes I do think maybe if I eat too much, I'll be having that pain because my intestine has been reduced in the cups. It's been reduced. That's the large intestine. So I do feel the pain slightly. It's on and off.
Okay.
But I have hope on all these things I'm using. So, and that's why my children are giving me some, body language that kill yourself. But I know this thing is working. So,
and the thing is that just keep on using what you are using. But the only thing is that I'll just ask you, how are you using them? What are you using?
Yeah, I use double stem cell, 1 sachet in the morning. The snowfield fort, I use it after the double stem cell, still in empty stomach, but not straight away. Maybe an hour interval from double stem cell. And I think one thing I need to intensify on now is to go out exercise more because I don't work anymore. I'm a retiree. I'm just waiting for the pension time. So I need to work more on the exercise. So then I use the snowfield fort with Actual Plus. And again, in the evening, completely in the evening, I use Crystal Cell, 1 sachet. But
now, what I would advise, sir?
Yes.
You see, your snowfield is not too good when it's much. At least snowfield, you just need it maybe once in 3 months.
Once in 3 months.
After you have used it for a month, after the first 1 week of using it, you don't need it again. The Actual Plus is fantastic. You can stay on the Actual Plus.
Okay.
Because if you use too much of the snowfield fort, you discover you begin to lose some nutrients too. It's not too good, much chlorophyll in the body. You don't need much chlorophyll in your body.
Okay.
Our snowfield fort is a chlorophyll base.
Yes.
So if you have taken it, just wait for another 1 month or 2 or 3 months, then you cannot take another one.
Okay.
You get it. But the Actual Plus is fantastic. You can take it anytime, any day. Now, stay more on your double stem cell and crystal cell.
Okay.
You can even increase the dosage, no problem. You can take 2 double stem cell, 2 crystal cell, no problem. Because the thing is already used to your system.
Yes.
You have been taking it for some time now.
So
increase it.
Like, can I use the double stem cell 2 in the morning or just 1 in the morning?
2 in the morning.
2 in the morning,
2 crystal cell in the evening. You can use it.
Okay, I see. Okay. Thank you so much.
Make sure you take plenty of water. That is
yes.
another thing.
Yes.
as
yes.
intervals. When you take it, make sure you drink water at intervals throughout the day.
Right. Thank you very much. That brings me to the area of a lot of water is needed when you use double stem cell.
Yeah.
Now, I used double stem cell when I started. I forgot that I didn't drink enough water. So the meeting was going on, session was going on. So I complained that I was having headache. Headache. And again, I had a neck pain. So I associated that to the pillow that I used. Okay, by the time I complained, when the session was going on, they said I should check my blood pressure. So quickly, fortunately, my doctor bought me a blood pressure machine, but I never used it. So that day, I used it. I don't even know how to use it. I just used it and I gave, the figures. So the chemist that was on the session said, I will need to go to the hospital straight away. Wow. Then I called a family doctor, a family friend doctor, and she said, I need to call, emergency right now, that she will call me back. So I called them, then they said I should come straight to the hospital. So they gave me some drug to use. But by the time the family doctor called back, he was expecting something like 25 milligrams or so what I was prescribed was too low from what she was expecting. Yes. So then she said I should go straight to the big general hospital. By the time I went there, then they admitted me, and they carry out all those necessary checkups. So eventually, I was diagnosed of giant cell arthritis. So when I was diagnosed of giant cell arthritis, then I was given what do you call it? I was given this thing, prednisolone. I think that's the steroid. I was given this. That's the first time I will hold a packet of steroid.
Steroid.
Yes. Okay. But fortunately, by the time I went back the following week, the consultant that analyzed what went wrong with me went into my record, because he wanted to know what happened. How was my condition before I started using double stem cell? I said there was nothing. And he said I should stop using it. You know what? Because he did not know about double stem cell very well, or he did, it was my fault. I didn't drink enough water. I didn't drink enough water. So the thing is, they gave me the prednisolone, the steroid. He said I should throw it away and go back to normal. I shouldn't use my double stem, but I continue using the double stem because I knew what went wrong. Yes. So that's another area.
Yes, it's excellent that you will drink a lot of water while taking the stem cells.
Yes.
Because it's highly concentrated.
Yes. Then I would like to advise, what do you call it, my brother, Bifad. Bifad, you're going to get there. It's about age. When one is aging, enjoy yourself now when it comes to sex. You're going to get there. Yes, you're going to get there.
Yes.
My daddy at 74 is about companionship, sir. That's what you need now.
Exactly.
Companionship is what you need. As I'm using this double stem cell, my wife is running away from me. And I told her, look, I had to be giving my wife double stem cell to use as well. She's using it as well, but that.
I think SARS been muted.
You have been on mute, sir. You are muted yourself,
sir. Unmute yourself, sir.
I hope my
yes, we can hear you now.
My this is not becoming too much because I don't know how that was muted. So when it comes to age, like you said, Dr. Olawale, the body cells, they are going down. Some are getting damaged. Some are getting old. So we need to replace them. And it's a matter of time. When it comes to sex, it's occasional. It's occasional. Be fine, enjoy your wife now. Because I know that you don't. Yes, enjoy her now. Because if
Yes,
you get to a time, you will be like me. You can only do once in a month or once in 2 weeks. So,
thank you very much,
Thank you
sir.
very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank you, sir.
So before we even go ahead, Dr. Olawale, we want to say a big thank you. And we are going to hold you on the promise you made. So he's already booked for the 28th of March, isn't it? He said in a month's time, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
I love you, Mo. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our diary you have put you in, sir. Thank you so much for volunteering. God will continue to lift you up and up and up.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank
so
you.
I believe maybe we want to, I don't know the topic we want to really border on that day, but I'm trusting that God will lead us. Because this one that Otuba just dropped as we're about to finish, I don't understand. For teenagers like me,
like us,
it's still a long way to come. We are trusting God will remain like this. And when we enter our 20s, our 30s, God will still continue to help us.
Very funny, very funny.
Murasio.
But for people like Tifad, 50 is knocking. Oh, my shoe. It's okay. It's okay.
We teenagers.
What?
We teenagers.
Mommy, Fatima, thank you, Jere. You have joined this league of youth. Thank you.
Hello, Mo.
Yeah.
I have a question. I'm not sure if you can answer your
Yes, Mommy Taiwo, please go ahead, ma'am. Feel free.
Can children take a snowfield? Can they take it like under 10 or?
Yeah,
not
even me
snowfield,
that
a stem cell.
Stem cell, yeah. Even me that I'm small, I can answer that. I do not.
You are small. You are small.
I can answer that. Babies can actually take our product. It has to be shared into the portion has to be very controlled. So you can cut it depending on the age. If it's months old, you can divide into 8 portions as little as possible. Please don't leave the ones that have not been used immediately for too long. You have to remember a stem cell product. So if it's not refrigerated, within 2 days, I always say dispose.
Okay, so like say from 10 years old, can use
of course, ma'am, of course. I'll let Dr. Wale to put a stamp on that just in case I was doing too much.
Okay.
Okay. How are you doing, ma?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay. Our children, they have enough stem cell in them. Note that. That is why most times, our stem cell contain anti-aging.
Oh, yes.
Resveratrol. It is important to understand this. If you give it to children, they may look younger than their age. Yes. It is good though, because of this COVID-19 that is everywhere now. That is the reason why you can give them. You can give them snowfield. You can give them stem cell to boost their immune system. Let it be at bay so that they will not, they are going to school now. You don't know who is who. So keep their immune system at bay. But naturally, you don't need to give them if they don't have any health condition.
Okay.
But if the child has any health condition, please keep the child. It will just take care of the condition. Then after taking care of the condition, you leave the child. You don't need it again.
Okay. How about like a 16-year-old lad?
16?
That goes to school. Yes.
16? Fantastic. You can even put it in his bag. Take it to your school. Take snowfield. Take stem cell. Such person needs it. Once you are 18, 16, 18, go ahead. You can take it. It's excellent.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mommy Taiwo. Thank you so much. I believe on this note.
Please, Ma, just to clarify, please, one thing that the doctor said for a high blood pressure patient, he said that
there's something in double stem cell that can spike the person's blood pressure. And so we should put the person on crystal cell for 1 week first before we administer double stem cell, so as the person can be stabilized first. So I was asking, during this 1 week of giving the person crystal cell alone, can we add snowfield forte to it?
It's a must. Every treatment, the person must undergo snowfield first. Any treatment you want to treat, let the person undergo snowfield. The essence of that is to help. See, if somebody has been on medication for long, that's what we call excess deposited of drugs. It's in the system. Heavy metals. It allows the person to even get a quicker and faster result.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes.
Excuse one, please. You mentioned the drop mixing double stem cell in the eye drop. Is it 2 drops or just 1 drop per day?
Okay, it's just, you can use 2 drops, you can use 1 drop, but you must do it twice a day. Normally, your drop should be twice. For every drop you do, should be twice.
Okay.
Please, still on that eye drop thing, is it for any eye condition or just for glaucoma?
For any eye condition, I've used it for several conditions, even complication from diabetes that result to eye problem, infection, so many. So I've used it for them. I said I don't have eye issue. I use it to clear my eyes. My eye is white like a baby's eye. So I know, see, stem cell, you can use it to heal wound. You can pour the powder content on the wound directly.
I can testify to that.
It can take care of a lot of things, sincerely. Things that we've not even discovered. Wow, a testifier is in the house. You can see.
Yes, I did my laundry. I don't know, it was the first time in my life that I will be using Premier to do my laundry, and then I had this wound on my left inner wrist. The first time the wound was very open. It was peppering me, real wound. And it was now doing choco. The wound was doing one kind. I didn't want to put clean injection powder, so I just opened 1 double stem cell. I just poured it on it. So it was pulling me and pulling me. By the evening, the wound had dried up.
Dried up, good. That's what happened. Nice one. Thanks to phytoscience. Okay, thank you so much for the privilege. God bless everyone. I beg to take my leave now.
Thank you very much on this joyous note. Please, full screen reaction for Dr. Wale. Full screen reaction as he's leaving our midst to return on the 28th of March. Please, let us give full screen reaction. Anything you want to give, love hearts, clap, ovation. Thank you, doctor. We love you. We hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, doctor. See you next month.
All right, God bless you.
Doctor, greetings from me, Mrs. Taiwo. I'm a UCH alumni. What do they call it?
Hey!
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I left 18 years ago to come to England, so I don't think I
will. Wow. Wow. You still have my mom is there in the house.
Happy you.
Bless you. Yes. Thank you for taking the bold step.
Thank you.
No worry, we'll be connecting through more.
No problem.
Okay.
God bless you.
Amen.
Bye. Take
Bye.
care.
So as we are ending the just mode, what will CEO say? We'll mute ourselves. Who are we?
We are the
trend makers. We'll see you same
Thank
time,
you.
same place next week.
If you are getting out, make sure you get back to the person that invited you.
Please, I have seen in the chat room some people are asking for prizes. Get back to the person that invited you. They will tell you how to become part of us, how to know what is happening, how to be the real deal. Thank you so much. God bless you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Bifad. Thank you, Mo.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good to see you.